I just say before we get into the tier list, I love SLA. Boys, right now, it's like 8k essence up for grabs. Like, if you log on in, there was a compensation, 2 multi, rare resources that we need, 3,000 essence. Say what you will, man, but SLA low-key right now, in terms of doing the play base, like, okay, let's just forget about, you know, the crashes, the breaks, etc. You know, there's still issues to be gained, but whenever it comes to the developers doing their part, as an apology and giving us compensation, man, they do hit the sweet spot. 3,000 right here. The if you guys have been doing the Vortex gaming event, every update there's always the 500 essence to be gained. So if you did it last time, you can claim your 500 now. A new one's happening right now, so you can claim another 500, which I'll show you guys. And then if you do the Battlefield of Trials, I think that's what it's called, it's reset, so that's an easy 4.5k, so 8,000 essence right there and there. Obviously, don't forget about farming it from the Hunter's Archive. That's even more free essence. Like, bro, we are just popping off with, like, you know, the update has just come out and we're already farming a ridiculous amount. That's what, 4 multis worth of essence around, you know? Bruh. You just cannot hate. You just can't hate. Oh, look at that. That looks magnificent. But yeah, if I quickly head over here. So, yeah, there's my code, which I confirmed. I'm currently in the midst of doing the next set of challenges. As you guys can see, I've just got 2 more to do. But make sure to do this, boys. It's a nice, easy 500,000 gold, as well as 500 essence coming your way every update. All right, so make sure that you're maximizing on that one, of course. And on top of that, we are going to be getting a little bit of weapon growth, which is fabulous because I need these special designs. I think we all do. So yeah, that's huge. We get 4 in total, and they gifted us 2. So we got 4 gifted. And then, yeah, 2 from here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Also, if you guys do want to support your boy, that's greatly appreciated as per usual. I will be picking the deluxe pass winners very, very shortly. So again, if you're a supporter of mine, make sure to enter the giveaways. I'll be doing a new video soon to give out the SS monthly pass to some of my supporters. So we'll do that. But yeah, I'll get on with. Oh yeah, this got approved, so I'll get on with getting the remaining challenges done, so that way I can give you guys more rewards. Yeah, so we'll get on to that. So with all that being said, I'm not going to do the tier list for the weapon, just for KANAE's weapon, but I will say KANAE's weapon is a universal weapon. So I'm just going to say this right now. You can increase it by attack by 12%, and then the critical hit rate goes up by 20%. It's universally fantastic, alright, in terms of it just kind of supporting anyone to everyone. So it is marked high tier. But when new weapons come out for Sunjumu, I do the weapon tier list. I mean, you guys will see it, but I'm just letting you guys know. I'm just going to mention it now. In terms of KANAE's weapon, it is regarded high tier. I mean, every weapon for hunters is S tier, but on the scale, it's way more closer to being. I probably will put it like number 1, number 2 spot. So that's kind of that. But anywho, we are here to speak about KANAE, of course. Now, I don't know if you guys have been seeing or if people have mentioned, which I'm sure they have, but KANAE is right now an extremely disgusting character with the damage output she can dish out. The numbers that I'm seeing, I've seen a very well built up KANAE drop 12 mil on Guild Boss Fight. It is ridiculous on what this character is capable of. Obviously, the fight between her and Suyun is always up in the air. I can confirm that majority of the situation, scenarios, and events that go on within the game itself that you can tackle, KANAE is always going to out-damage Suyun. Obviously, in the Workshop Brilliant Light, that is when Suyun has a little bit of leverage, only because, of course, defense penetration is something that we need to cater to. So there's that small little leverage that we have, but practically everything else, I'm sorry, KANAE is just blitzing and doing a stupid amount of damage. Really a crazy amount of damage, of course. Now, again, the only real disadvantage I can actually say about this character is the MP consumption. That's it. Anything else about this character is insane. The fact that they gave her a free extreme evasion on her skill itself, that's just insult to injury. Like, the unit itself is designed to spam, do high amount of damage, and they said, you know what, let's just give her the opening window just to kind of you know, start the offensiveness whilst having protection. So it's just like, okay, well, that's a freebie. So that was actually insane, and a nice little touch to have, of course. But yeah, the only slight disadvantage is the MP consumption. It drains so quick, and I'm sure you guys have seen it and probably have felt it too when using KANAE, of course. Don't really think you can really combat it, even by delaying it. Even within her skill, it's built to where she slows down her MP consumption. That doesn't help. I'm just like, you know what? You're better off just removing that part, just giving us more offensiveness. Like, make it so that she has an increase of attack, increase of crit rate, crit damage. Like, forget about giving her something in her kit to be like, look, hold on to your MP for dear life. Like, it's not gonna work. She's just gonna blitz through it. So that part of the kit, I'm just like, you know what? They should have just gone all in, like balls to the walls, you know. Just go all in. That, you know, I think that would have been in my opinion, the better choice. You know, just kind of get it over and done with, of course. But yeah, the build up to her attacks are also pretty intense in terms of the KANAE Itachi. So you obviously got the Crimson one, which is a free stage with a bonus damage equal of 30% of the skill damage. And then of course you've got the Scarlet KANAE Itachi. Again, that's a 3 stage, but that goes up by 70% of the skills damage. And then Fire KANAE Itachi, which is a 5 stage slash bonus damage over 120% of the skills damaged out. So it is definitely a character that with her spam, it builds up to do an immense amount of damage, of course. So one of the characters that I will say, if you have the resources to level out her skills, just go for it. As of right now, with where certain modes are at, where it requires high amount of damage, KANAE is kind of like the #1 spot for that. Just the quickness and consistency of the amount that she can apply, even in a short amount of time, of course. Yeah, she's definitely taking that #1 spot. Which, going furthermore, begs the question of what Goteruji will be doing, right, with the future characters. Because you got to think, we've still got more Blade characters to come. Goteruji, Liu, who's going to be a first anniversary. So I don't know what to make of it. But these sword users are really making a name for themselves within Solo 11's rise. Because it will start off with Amamiya, now KANAE is here, so it's just building up and up and up and up. Now, another thing which I do want to mention is her dupes. Obviously at the very beginning when it came to her first dupe, I thought it was kind of a bit of a dud. But if the enemy is put in a break state, of course, that will give you 5 instances, and in total you need to do that twice. If you get 2 breaks off with KANAE around, that will then activate the 6th sense, and then obviously if you manage to get her in the A5 region of things, that's a 77% attack increase. That's a critical hit damage, critical hit rate increase of 20%, and then on top of that she'll then have her MP consumption effect in place to where obviously if it falls below 30%, then it gets decreased to like 50%. And that's an infinite buff, of course, so that buff at the very beginning, it was very questionable because it's just like, damn, it's only good in one scenario where, you know, enemies have to die around her or she has to kill the enemy. So, you know, if it's a single target boss in one, I mean, it still kind of is doo-doo if the enemy doesn't have any breakage bar and if there's no grunts around, then that effect basically is dud. It's like nothing will happen from it. So it is very picky. It is you just got to be aware of the boss and to know that you're putting KANAE in, of course. I mean, she's still going to do fantastic amount of damage regardless, but it will just completely void the A1, A5 buff. I think it's fair to say that in terms of with where I'm at, I will let's see, what do I want to do? I'm going to drop you down by 1, which I'm going to put you there, and I'm putting KANAE up here. KANAE is definitely high tier in my eyes. So yeah, that is where I'm going to leave it, guys. So again, bit of an obvious one to where she deserves to be at, but she is too damn good. In all honesty, at this current moment of time, I'm just really trying to stack up our critical hit damage. Get that as high as you can, trust me. Because yeah, once that critical hit damage is up there, an absurd amount of damage will be feasible from this said character. So yeah, so that is pretty much where we're at. We got ourselves a fantastic broken fire type DPS with only 1 big disadvantage and then 1 minor disadvantage. Outside of that, she's literally cooking on the highest gas possible.